Welcome back to the Lineout Lab. My name is Peter O'Donnell. This is part 4 in my series where I look at various attacking strategies off lineouts. There's a multitude of options and ways one can score, like this starter play. But one area I feel is often, I wouldn't say neglected, but forgotten about certainly, is the blind side. Before getting into that, if you're new to the channel, please like this video, share it, and click that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen where you'll get access to loads of additional content from me. Thank you. If you like and are interested in more content, I've recently set up a Patreon page. I'll put the details below in the description. But I do similar videos, but with a lot more in-depth and a lot more discussion pieces and some really good coaching points. So feel free to check that out. So the blind side. Last weekend, we saw this cracking try from the Giltinis against San Diego. We can see how they look to maul, and because they've tied in the front man to line it with the maul, that leaves one person on the blind side. So using their 9 and their winger, they can exploit that space and ultimately leads to this try. Similarly with this option here, as we see from England against Ireland last autumn, we can see how they maul, they keep it close to the 5 metre, and again, with only one man on the blind side, it gives them an opportunity to get some go forward, which puts England on the front foot. So let's look at this in a little more detail and why this can be really effective. To begin, these examples are from mauls, so that in itself is going to tie in a number of defenders. The next thing we're looking at is where the ball is won. If it's won closer to the back, you might have 2 men on the blind side to deal with, but if it's won closer to the front, like we saw in the second example, we might only have 1 person to deal with on the blind side. So using your 9 and winger, you can exploit that with a nice 2-on-1. This can be exploited closer to the goal line too, where you might have 2 defenders and 9 might be roaming, and so you're looking for that trigger to see when he's committed to the maul or the open side. Looking at this example, we can see how Argentina have 1 to 2 men on the blind side, which then changes after England get a bit of momentum, a bit of go forward. We can see the 9 then, who was hovering in behind the maul, and then becomes on the open side, and with a bit of space, it is 2-on-2, but they exploit it with pace and getting outside that last defender, capitalizing on the fact that there's 1 forward there against 2 quick backs, which makes it easier to or makes it harder to defend. In some cases, you could use a forward, almost like an 8 off the back of a scrum, to give you an additional man. But certainly the blind side is a great area to exploit teams. Thanks for watching.